Morning and welcome to your inner wellness with Gigi. So I just thought I'd come on, and there's a question in me that says, and this is what the video is called, do we change spirituality when we learn it on earth plane? And I'm going to say yes, we do. There's a lot of belief systems out there. There's a lot of books out there. Obviously, we have the Bible, and someone did write that. But then sometimes a version of it has changed. Whether it's by man or not, I don't know. But I've sensed the life that I've lived, and I've never read the Bible. I got given a Bible when I was christened, but I've not followed a christened path, and I've not followed the Bible. Though it seems when I've talked to people what's in the Bible, my life seems like it evolves around the Bible. And I was like, oh, okay, so I know this stuff already without even reading it. That's great. Thanks very much. And sometimes I don't actually like what's in the Bible or what preachers come and preach, like the Jonah witnesses. I tend to talk to them about what it is that I do, and then they're like, well, you actually do what's in the Bible. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't feel the need. I don't feel the need that I have to go to church or to a place. Some churches are dark anyway, and because I felt the energy of them, I've been inside them, obviously. There's only one church that I actually like, although I did have a being attached to me from that church. So, because they keep putting dead bodies inside churches, so that's why churches are low vibrational in places. Because what people don't realise is when someone's passed and they leave their energy here, I call them ghoulies. People call them paranormal and ghosts. Well, that's their energy they've left. And sometimes this energy is also inside cathedrals, churches, because they bury them there. They're dead bodies inside churches. And I've been round, obviously, a few churches. And I don't know why I'm talking about this, but this is what I wasn't going to talk about, but it's coming out anyway. And I did cry because it was so emotional in one church that I went to at Newark. And where they've laid their bodies, they've laid it where they sit children. And also there's this weird gate door inside that church now, and it looks like the devil's door gate that's open up and you're going down into a tunnel. That's what it looks like. I didn't get to take a photo of it because I didn't take my phone with me, because I like not to have my phone on me sometimes. It's why I don't reply to people straight away, because I have my phone is not attached to me in any way. It's for work, which I have had to step away from because it's controlling my life too much and I need to find me. Anyway, so yeah, some churches are low vibrational because of that, but then some churches are high vibrational because of what they do inside them. And I love Southwell Church. I've been in that church. There's only a bit of a side where they've got dead bodies and it's low vibrational, but if you go and stand right in the centre of that church, it is very positive. And when I've touched the walls of that church, and this is before I knew that they even sang in there, because my friend was with me, and I do feel buildings. I get to feel energy of buildings. I actually change the energy of buildings back to what it should be, its normal self, not low vibrational energy. but a earth vibrational energy, because earth has its own vibrational frequency. It comes through the sea, it comes through the sand, it comes through the grass, it comes through the trees, and that's why our earthly bodies connect to it so much. So trying to say something now, but yes, so I felt the walls, and all I could feel was singing, people singing, and the building was holding in that positive energy of singing. And obviously when our voices are clear and when our throat chakras are actually aligned and healed, your own voice becomes its own vibration of a higher vibrational frequency that is light and pure and well. And yeah, so, and then about half an hour later, or say 15 minutes later actually, a group came out the choir and they started singing. And my mate was like, "You've just been talking about this." I was like, "I know, it's weird, isn't it?" But yeah, and it was so nice and it was so positive. And then I got to walk around, and they do talk about star seeds to the children. They do talk about chakras to the children. And I'm thinking, well, have we got a not very good perception of what we're being told in spirituality? Spiritual to me is of awareness, a sense of my own spirit that has been awakened. That's what spiritual means to me, that my own spirit is pure and in light and fluffiness. I know people don't like to say that, but it is. And it was like that when I was born. And then I come into some trauma. I stayed in it, owed it, but that trauma was low vibrational energy. My body stored it. My body's also cancelled it out because of the techniques I do to help myself grow and evolve and become what it is that my spirit is, what my energy is, my pure energy, because everyone's actually pure. Yes, some people say we have different weird things that come down from different planets, but are you creating that? Are we creating that as a collective because there's a belief system out there about a different society, or if they just got lost in their trauma? Because when I was in my trauma, I did think about the devil. I even had a Hotmail account saying M's the devil, and like I've had in my life weren't actually that dark, but I never did dark things to anybody. I was still kind, caring, compassionate. Well, not as compassionate to myself, but I'd always think about others first and their feelings, and I should have felt about mine first, not theirs, because it destroys you as a person when you don't speak up for yourself in things. And it gave me a sense of, well, I believe in, and it isn't about belief, I think it's a condition. It's a condition that's out there that we put ourselves on into thinking that there's stuff out there. And really, it's just something that come about, and it's not even that long ago, really, that this all changed Earth and happened. Because I've seen Earth as a completely different place before, where we did used to have community, unity, honour and respect for each other, and that there was more light here than what people realise. And people are taking the piss out of the light and fluffiness, but what people aren't realising is that's what we're supposed to be turning to. That is what we're supposed to be turning to. Like, what do you think light and fluffiness is? It's happiness. That is the one word, out of society that's actually missing, and for some reason got replaced with love. Now, love is real, but I feel like love and happiness is actually the same word and the same frequency. But when we talk about love, we've seen love as something bad. Or I have anyway, as something bad, not really something good. So that doesn't actually make me feel light and fluffy. But when I think about happiness, when I say happiness, that's what makes me feel light and fluffy. And that's what it's supposed to do. And that's how I want to live. And that's how I feel you're supposed to live. So when you come and do healings with me, that is what I'm healing with someone. To see their little light of bubble, to see their little light of happiness, to see their little light of tranquility, to see their light of being more mindful, to see their light of being more special to themselves. And I do put compassion back in. So I've just had a message of someone. And to me, things have changed on this planet with spirituality, and I think people have took the word spiritual so deep, like really, really deep. And to me, I feel like it was supposed to be spirit. You've awakened your spirit. You've come into knowing of self. Self is spirit. Self is who you are. Self is soul. Self is who I am, not what others think of me. And then we come into a place of, I go and have singing bowls because it's spiritual. Actually, it's a form of living. I come into crystals because it's spiritual. Actually, they give me my sense of self, which they are spiritual, but also it's a way of my living healthy, living in mindfulness. Yeah, mindless, so I'm not like that, jabby, mindless. Help me to be calm, tranquil, calm down my nervous system, calm down my human trauma, my human body, to bring me back to self, which is also my body, not just spirit. My body is interlined with this as well, because I'm looking after my spiritual body. My body has its own purpose and its own energy here. And sometimes I feel living in my spirit body, this is my being. It's hard to say this because there's only a few of us that I know that's on this path with the body stuff. And when we talk to people about the body stuff, they ignore us because they don't get it and they still want to stay in the mind shit. And I'm like, no, actually, our body is supposed to be the one that's living our life on Earth plane. Trauma has actually changed the frequency of your body, and people call it shadow. I haven't actually got a shadow. There's no shadow to me. I'm all one. It's my trauma and how my body has been affected by low vibrational energy from my trauma. Well, that's it. And then we have the ceremonies that we do. Yes, they are part of spirit and the connection to yourself. So, yes, they are spiritual, but it's a connection to yourself that you're getting when we're in ceremony. Also, there's a lot of stuff to cleanse our bodies with, and it's not just about connecting to spirit. The cacao, for instance, people go on different journeys with cacao and actually use it to connection of spirit. But when some people say spiritual, some people are actually thinking about sky plane and where we came from up there. That's included, but at the minute I'm not in sky plane, I'm down here, I'm on earth. So what is it that I'm learning on this planet from earth plane? I'm learning about crystals and what they do to my energetic frequency on earth plane. I've learned about trees, what that energetic frequency does to my body on earth plane. It does connect me with spirit, but it doesn't really. It connects me to my body, connects me to earth plane. What does water do? Water, I've had the best connection with water for the last 2 days, last 2 weeks, because I've been dancing, static dancing with silent disco headphones and dancing on sea, water in sea, and my soul comes out. So I'm connecting to my spirit, I'm connecting to myself, but my body is connecting to it as well. And my body is leading me. Like my body led me to the sea on the last song, and I waited for her for when it was her time to leave, not my time to leave, because I realised that trauma, wounded body, we have a wounded body, trauma body. Trauma body controls us, trauma body controls spirit, but trauma body controls, because we don't get into spirit for a long time, some of us, trauma controls how we act, how our bodies act, why our bodies are sick, why our bodies aren't in alignment with posture, because our bodies are supposed to be aligned to our energy body. People don't realise that our posture is supposed to be aligned to our energy body. That's what keeps us alive, is our body energy, spirit energy, self energy. It's all connected, it's all one. And when I come to doing the body stuff for the last 3 years, I have loved it. I don't like not being connected to my body. I love being connected to my body. My body is my soul connection. It's my soul, it's my path, it's me, it's who I am. This is what I look like, this is what I want to look like. I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks anymore. And I think we forget that. It's just bringing us back to oneness of who we are as an energetic earth being. Because people do get lost in I've been lost on this journey loads of times because I keep going into different things and looking at different things, when really I just need to come back and sit with myself and be self. And myself actually tells me a lot of stuff. Even my body doesn't need to do soul stuff. My body doesn't need to do soul stuff. If your body is too poorly, your soul will just go off and do what she needs to do and come to do anyway. And my soul shows me what it is that she goes off to do. And I'm going to leave that for another video. So my question again is, do we do spirituality wrong on this plane? Yes, we do. We take it for granted. People use it. People use it so much to get their needs met. And you can use it in a good way, but you can also use it in a very, very bad way. And that's what's heartbreaking for me, because I've had such a journey on this earth plane at this time that everyone has taken me for granted, and what the knowledge it is that I know, I've had a few people actually see my light, and went, actually, no, I need to follow her. She's got something that I need. And I've helped them, and I've wakened them with crystals, and I've wakened them through my drum and healings. And that's nice. And I do like doing that, but it's bringing them back to self. They thinking they're going to go down on this deep spiritual path. And you do, don't get me wrong, my life has been spiritual, but then people are saying to me, but you're here to live a human experience. What is the human experience? Nobody knows what a human experience is, because a human experience isn't going through trauma. A human experience, I've not chose to go through trauma. I went through one thing. I was born. And I don't always think we have soul contracts either. I think your trauma puts you in stupid places and you make stupid mistakes. And I know half of my mistakes I shouldn't have. It's going to make me cry. I shouldn't have stayed in them as long as I did. They was there for me to learn, but because of grief that I've had from previous lives was still there, I stayed in that grief and became victim, stayed in sorrow instead of seeing, actually, it doesn't matter. So I've had to do a lot of fucking healing on myself. And I'm not supposed to be swearing. That's trauma-based as well, by the way, me swearing a lot. And I still get a bit of rage coming out. Well, it's not really rage. It's a bit of frustration, anger. Because, yeah, anger gets buried very, very low, let's just say. And it takes some time to come out. I got rid of most of my anger. But I've noticed I still have a bit left of being treated crap from people. But our spiritual journey, we do change it. We change it from a belief system. And sometimes I feel whoever wants to stay negative and in low vibration, because it's not really dark, it's just a vibration. Whoever wants to stay in low vibration, then they're the ones that fuck up, really. Fuck up other people's lives. They fuck up their own life. They try and mess up your life, but they don't really. They think they do, but no one can. It's just energy. No one can really mess up your life but yourself and what you haven't finished learning from yet. And yeah, so spiritual is awareness of self, of who you are as a person, without following anybody else. Because in there is your own book, in there is your own belief system. No matter what anybody else says, if they've not done the inner work of where it is that you are, how would they know? Because this is what changes everything. Is when we have yin and yang, yeah? So one side's low vibrational and one side's light vibrational. And, or I should say a higher vibration. So while healing me and my body on an energy aspect, because that's what I've been doing for the last 3-4 years, is healing my energy body. And as I was healing my energy body, the yin-yang kind of changed to yang-yin. And that yang-yin is one word, not two. It's not half, it's actually one. And when I got to heal my yang-yin, It went all white, all pure white, like this old circle, and even the low vibe part went white. And it made me realise, actually, I'm one self with my energy, and there's no two halves. It is just one. And see, when you sit in with yourself and you do, and basically the healing that I do is nothing to do with sky plane, it's nothing to do with energy healing, psychology of healing my trauma. The psychology of healing my trauma has got me to heal my chakras, it's got to heal my energy frequency. Shaking Bodies helped with that as well. But it's also got to help with and the sound of my drum frequency has got to help heal with my energy frequency of my body as well. But it was actually sitting in myself and picking out, right, what's going on here. Sometimes you don't have to sit and pick, you can just transmute it with love, loving words, compassion to yourself. I don't even say unconditional love anymore. I say compassionate love, compassionate love, compassionate love. Do you want to know why? Because you're telling someone they're unloving themselves, because you've got in front of unconditional, unlove. That's what it means to me, unlove. And I'm like, I'm not unloved, I'm fucking loved. I am more compassionate with myself than I have ever been. And it hasn't been because someone tried to do hypnotherapy on me once and that didn't actually work. That actually messed up my head. So I won't have hypnotherapy ever again with anybody else because I used to have a fear of spiders. I don't fear spiders anymore. Maybe the biggish ones. They make me a little bit drunk when they first come on. But I can actually stand near them. I can actually put little spiders on my fingers. And I've never been able to do that. And that's just through healing my trauma without hypnotherapy. If everything is just about even your fears come in, it's like my niece at the moment. She used to pick spiders up, with her hands. And now all of a sudden, she's getting to an age of 8. She's scared of them. She won't pick them up anymore. And I'm thinking, right, what trauma set that off? You used to pick them up. But she used to be very fearful about stuff at the age of 2 anyway, but yet she used to pick spiders up. So do you see where I'm coming from? There's something interlined with phobias and our trauma and stress interlines very much with stuff. It sets off your adrenal glands that are in fight and flight mode. That's why anxiety comes in with fear and we're very high paced. And then some people say they've got ADHD and it makes me think, well, I actually think it's because you're stressed, to be honest, and your body's stressed. My body's been through it. I used to feel that with my body's dead calm now because I've been working from a different, not energy, I've been working from a different aspect of myself, and instead I keep working from my mind, I kind of looked at my body and thought, right, what are you holding in? Because someone said to me, my higher self just said to me, don't forget about your human body, don't forget, think more human. Because I was going off spiritually, thinking I was having, and I've had spiritual things happen with people that I've met, good ones obviously, and I mean, you must like got to remember to think human about it as well, like logical about stuff while you're here on Earth plane. Sky plane, yeah, you'd be blissful and you'd be like loving each other and going off and just being. Here, it's harder because you've got a lot of things in the way and most of it is trauma based. And some people call it shadow work. I don't call it shadow work. I found out shadow work is actually black magic, and keep saying it is creating it. So I don't want to create that. I just want to go with the actual term for me of what it actually is, trauma. So can we change spirituality? Yes, we can, and we're allowed to change spirituality. That is the purpose of it. That is the purpose of us becoming one and self. So we know things are actually different here to what they should be, and what is true and what isn't true. That's what your truth is. If you're not in the truth where I am right now on yang and yin and my body, that's fine. You've not got on that yet, because maybe that's not your path too. But don't disagree with me or disrespect me, should I say, because I'm coming out with different stuff. I leave everybody on their path and let them get onto it. And then sometimes I activate people as well for them to come on this path where I am. Yeah, just go with the flow of what information you get. And even what I say, you might not believe in it yet. Maybe you've not actually got on that path yet. Or maybe you've picked up something totally different. But I only read books what I need to read. I'll go on courses rather than read books. I'd rather go on courses because then I know that I'm aligned to that course and my spirit's aligned to that course, rather than a book, because myself will get to that book or maybe even past that book that's been out years and years and years and years and years ago. Basically, spirit, yourself don't stay in one place. I love Wayne Dyer. I love his teachings. I love what he says. But I've not stayed in his space. I've moved forward from him. I don't listen to people on YouTube. I used to love Aaron Dorothy. I used to call him my guru, but he stayed in one space. And I'm not in his space. And I love him. I miss watching his videos. Go and watch him if you're just new and learning about this stuff. He is so good with the terminology of abuse, what he went through, because he talks about his life and how he healed it through himself, through spirit and his spiritual practices. That's it. And then, but I've moved away from him, because I'm not there anymore, and it's okay for me to move away from him because I've evolved in a different way. And then we move to the old lady that talks about a lot of stuff, but I've had to move away from her, and some others have, because I'm not here. Well, I say I'm not here, but stuff that out there keeps happening, and sometimes I have to go back and sort the motherfuckers out. So I'm not here for skyflying stuff, but I have had to do some stuff there because I don't know, it's who I am, I guess. So what I'm trying to say to you is go on your journey, self-discovery. That's what I started with, was going on the line of what is it that I want to do. And I'm still not there yet. I know I do this healing stuff and spiritual stuff, but it isn't the true job that I want to do. It isn't the true job my body wants to do. I'm hoping that I can do it next year and finish my training, because that's what I want to do, really. The crystals and stuff are going to come into line with it, because it's a part of it, but it's not. It is me, but it's not me, in a sense. It's my spirit, but my body wants to do something different. My body wants a life here. My body wants to be, as they say, human. But I want to be a earthly being. And I want to learn what a earthly being is supposed to do, because that earthly being is my true experience of this lifetime. And I've actually lived longer than some of my other lives at the moment. That's why I've been dead scared about turning 40, because I've been like, going on like goes, I am turning 40, I am turning 40, I am turning 40. Like, I've been ill for 5 years, really bad. I mean, I've been ill since being 23, and I coped with that, and then things just went sidetracked, and I'm like, wow, what the fuck's happening now? And now I've got to love myself all over again, but I've actually loved myself for all of the beginning of my life. It's not just the last 5 years. I didn't love myself at 23 when I first got poorly. I didn't love myself at 16. I didn't love myself at probably at the age of 3. But if I did, I would have had a different life. I would have been light and fluffy. Fuck it. I am light and fluffy now. And I don't give a really shit what people think. Because I'm supposed to be. And that's what people are forgetting. That's what people are changing, is not to be light and fluffy. Because people go about the darkness too much. And it's like, it's not about being dark. It's about healing your trauma, being self. Healing trauma and then finding out who you are yourself. I mean, some people on this planet are very powerful if they knew who they truly were. And I do look at some people sometimes and think, wow, you're stronger than me. As a healer, boom. That's strong energy. But they're not even on that path yet to even finding themselves. Because they've been in that medallion and they've shut themselves off that much that it's hard for some people to come out. So, do we change spirituality? Yes, we have. And some people still choose to change it, to keep it dark, to keep you in your trauma. That's what the government does. That's what the NHS does. Different story about that. I have a different story about that. I would say that is yin and yang, half and half. It's not yang and yin yang. It's not full one. So keeping things half and half for me is no. And I do like being one. I like staying with self as one. And yes, I still get negative with myself. Not as much as what I used to. And sometimes I do actually get a bit ballsy and people piss me off. But it's when I know they're narcissistic and they're not helping me with my home, with my health, with my thingy. So when you saw me on that last video, it's because I was proper pissed off. Because I am pissed off about the society beliefs and the beliefs of. And so yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Just thinking. So yeah, so I have been negative about myself, and sometimes not necessarily others, but I get negative when people piss me off. I really do. Like, that bit comes out of me. If you did not check my other video of MVS shows, yeah, I was pissed off. Basically, when you're a crabby person. When you're Cancerian, should I say, Cancerian, because I'm a Cancerian, I do get crabby. We all in our pissed offness though, and then something has to spark us, and then we just explode. And then it all just comes out. We all just release it. And I do love making these YouTube videos. I hope this video helps someone today to realise that it's okay to be themselves, and that their inner wellness is just about being self and who you are in your own, I'm not going to say own energy, because you might not be in that energy yet of who you really are. You might still have this low vibrational energy. Just dance, find a good dance and just shake it off. That's it. That's how you release some of the low vibrational energy. And that's all I'm going to say right there. Because most of my stuff is coming out next year. So yeah. And I love that I've brought out Embrace Your Inner Wellness, because I started embracing myself this year. I actually got to a point where I was really happy, but something actually took it away from me, and I haven't fully got it back yet. And see what I mean, how people and things can mess with your self-growth. It's not fair, and it shouldn't really be happening either. People should just be left alone to what it is, and then go and get guided to someone that's truthful about your soul path. Because I have had a lot of people and healers that I've gone to who haven't been actually truthful about my path either, to keep my light dim. So they're the ones that you need to watch out the most. And I would never, ever, ever do that to anybody. Like, anybody. Even in Sky Plane, I've had that done too. I've had a past life with someone as well that used to keep me dim. But that's not happening anymore. That's why I've become a warrior. They wanted me to be a warrior this time, so I kick ass when I go back. So, yeah. And it's not about being a warrior physical, it's about being a warrior energetically and spiritual. Ha! That's new, isn't it? So, yes. So when you get strong in energy and you do know who you are, nothing else will break you again, because you then come into a sensing of your inner being, your inner self will guide you and tell you who you are and who I am, and it's what that guides me the most. Also, yeah, I have spirit guides. They work with me when I do readings, healings. Sometimes though, I've come off the path from channeling, because I was channeling quite a lot when I was unwell. And but then I've got to learn that my body becoming one with the energy, and I think they stop channeling through us when we get our energy body started, is because I don't need to channel anymore. My body has her own intuition, knowing when I'm doing a reading on somebody. It's empathic. It's different. But your higher self as well. Like, my higher self comes through for me. Not always my guides, but my higher self comes in for me when I'm at my lowest, when I've been really, really, really poorly. She popped in. My spirit guides have popped in to keep me going, to keep me alive, because they know I'm supposed to be a lot longer. and so it's like, it is a real spiritual journey in Earth Plane. And I think that's what's got lost as well, to make us think that this place isn't spiritual, because I sense a lot of people that are in themselves still think, well, I've still got to have a human experience, I've still got to go out drinking, I can still go out and do all this low vibrational stuff. And I'm like, that's not a human experience. That's a low vibrational experience. That's not a high one that Earth has actually got, because Earth is actually high vibrational, but low vibrational people keep messing with Earth's energy, and it's up to a light worker like me that keeps changing it back. That's what people don't know, what I do secretly, is that I change the frequency back to what it should be, its normal self. And that's when the energies change on Earth with radiation, new electricity that's just gone up outside my house, thanks very much. So now I've got to find something else to dim that, so my energy stays in my home and nothing else can get in. Do you not understand that everything's energy? The items that people gift you can be low vibe energy as well. They go out my house straight away. So sorry if you've bought me presents, but if it's low vibrational, I'm not keeping it. And I rather not have. That's why some people don't resonate with money either, because money can be low vibrational. Actually, if you look at it in a different way, it can be high vibrational as well, and it can bring in happiness, so you're not in your crisis mode anymore. but crisis is just a word that's fear-mongering to keep you in crisis. When you can turn around and say, actually, I'm not in crisis anymore. You just think that because you're using psychology against me. It's all about psychology being against us as well. And they use it. The government use it very, very much. And you've got to be... I would just go and do a psychology course. Whoever you are in this world, go and do a psychology course and do healing with yourself with the psychology. And break free from the psychology of the TV, films, soaps, oh my god, soaps, music can be low vibrational wording as well, and sometimes I have to change it when they're singing about lovers. I actually sing it about me. I'm like, yeah, me. Thank you very much. Because you don't have to be with someone, because that is a chasing thing. That is the whole codependency theory we have going on with that. That's why I don't resonate love in that way, because it's used quite a lot. It bombards you. It's like a trauma bonding, saying love, love, just love, just love. And I'm like, just find happiness and your love will just come through when happiness is there. So I like to say happiness is the key. And this is a long video, but I'm not bothered. I'm sure you've got time. It's worth your time in watching. So yeah, so I would just say on your path, just be careful. And what it is that you're looking at, is it high vibrational, is it low vibrational, or is it in the middle? Because you don't have to be high vibrational, you don't have to be low, you can just be in the middle. Like we're forgetting the middle part. Everyone's calling it now 3D, 4D, 5D. The middle part would be 4D. And then you've got 6D, which no one even knows about yet. That's new. Well, it's not new, it's old. But that's there. But no one talks about 6D. 6D is all the path that I'm going on. And it's all about putting the energy frequency that you get on the outer body inside you. My lungs, my organs, they have their own energy frequency as well, but we damp down them eating junk food, drinking. I have to say, food is worse at getting off than drinking alcohol. I've been sober for 5 years and I love it, but now I just feel everybody's frequency when they've had a drink and I'm like, oh, get off me, don't touch me. I've even had a being come into my back because I slept next to someone who was very drunk, and they put an attachment on my back, and they're not even a bad person either. And I was just like, well, thanks very much for that. It's caused a problem with one of my chakras, and that I'm not allowed to sleep next to someone that's low vibrational anymore. I have to be by myself in a tent by myself. And that's another thing about festivals. When you're letting go and shit and doing these ceremonies, do it on your own. Don't even bother. Or one of my clients that I've taught crystal ceremony to, she actually now brings her crystals with her and puts them around her mat to keep her in that energy and protected. So if you're going to a ceremony, I would do that. I might do it myself next time, because I'm glad that she's like showed me that. I was like, oh yeah, I can teach people that. Thanks very much. So it's all about learning as well, new things, what your clients do. See, I taught her, I gave her guidance on how to do a crystal ceremony, how to heal your outer body energy, basically. And now she goes off and she does it when she does yoga ceremonies. If she's going to festivals, if she knows she's going to be laid there and people are going to be letting go of things, she'll put them some crystals around her. And I'm like, good lass. So that's her spiritual self, letting her know that you need to do this all the time. You've been learnt it, now you need to do it all the time. So she's not getting low vibrational energy on herself. Me, I just don't think sometimes I've got used to living in my trauma body that it's been so hard coming out of it. And I'm still coming out of it. I'm not as negative to myself anymore, but I still have the remembrance, and now I'm learning about, or I've learned about with myself, because myself, or my guides, I don't know which one yet, has showed me that I can get rid of trauma memory spiritually. And I'm like, oh, thank you very much. Nobody knows about that yet. So yeah, so that's got to come into play one day. But I'm doing it on myself at the moment, and I have to say my mind is so much clearer getting rid of trauma out of here. It's amazing. So don't question anybody about their journey or where they are, where they've been, because they've either been in a lower vibrational mode than you, and you can come out on the higher end. I am there. I'm getting to the higher end. I've just got to sort out my food situation because I've got a health issue with my colon. I'm not really supposed to put that there, but that's the only place the problem is. And I wasn't supposed to, but something's made me say it so. And it's that. So, like, I'm trying to realign all the inside of my body, not just the outside. Like, everything is one, like I said, everything. Your body is one, it's in there, it's on it. So, yeah. So, I will do another video. I'm making a few videos today, and I'm even going to do some readings. So, keep a lookout for the readings. So, yeah, keep a lookout for the readings. So I'm going to go because I've noticed that this is an hour's long video, but there's a lot of stuff in there that obviously needed to come out about spirituality and just question it. I actually do question spirituality. I question it quite a lot. I don't just question society beliefs and all that stuff. I question the spirituality beliefs. Because when you start questioning spirituality beliefs, you're like, what the fuck am I saying? I'm having a download now. Why am I saying this to myself? Where the fuck did that come from? What? So you do move forward from the old belief system of a spiritual one. You do move forward from it. It's not all dark like people are saying it is. But it is light as what people are saying it is. And maybe some people are scared of that, and I'm like, it's not even that bad, it's actually really nice. Like, I've had a lot of self-energy experiences on this planet that have been absolutely amazing, and I mean amazing. And I just feel that this place is spiritual, but we're being told it isn't. And for us to actually turn it around to make it more spiritual. And I'm like, well, you don't need to turn it around. People just need to heal their trauma for them to actually see, actually, this place is quite special. There's a lot of stuff you can do with the energy on Earth to make it pure. Because it's already pure. It's already there. Some places I've got loads of vibrational energy, but that's because of what's happened in the past there. That's why we're light workers are supposed to change the frequency of that and not keep that energy here anymore, because it's don't need it. If you want to make this place more spiritual, you get rid of all the paranormal shit, for one thing, because I hate it. I dislike it very much because I feel like people are using them for a money thing. And some people are actually getting sick from the paranormal stuff that I know about. And it's not good. And making money from it is very disgusting, dangerous. And you can cause a lot of problems to someone. I know someone that's going through it at the moment, and they've got a lot of problems. I mean, it's disgusting, really, that they've not even cleared these people properly after doing the paranormal. Don't go to a prison. Fuck me. Why would you do that? Like, see, trauma, like, it's, then they're leaving stuff behind, and leaving it there on purpose is not good. Like, I know some paranormal people, they actually do get rid of stuff. They let the light ones stay. and if they've not finished what it is that they're supposed to be doing today. But the majority of low vibrational energies do actually get cleared in paranormal stuff. So some people aren't bad with it, some people are, but some people aren't, which I like those people. I like those people that do the clearing of that place, because it's the place that you're actually clearing. You're not clearing their energy because of that being, of what that being was. You're clearing the place because you're clearing the space because the place, the building itself, carries past energy. My building was built in the 1950s, so I've had a lot of activity here. A lot of low vibrational activity here, and then what goes off outside is mental. And then that energy that's left, what happens? So then I'm having to clear it. That's what a light worker does. A light worker is there to help clear, to help bring in the light, to deflect and get rid of low vibrational energy, because it's not meant to be here anymore. That's my belief system, is that it's not meant to be here anymore, that it's gone on too long, that I work with the frame of Jesus, if that's what you call it. But I like working with the frame of Krishna and Krishna's energy, because it's an energy. It's not a he, it's not a she, it's not really a be. I would say it's an energy being. No, I would say it's an energy being. Like me, I'm in a body that we call woman, but am I a she, am I a he, or am I just energy frequency? So sometimes you have to question this stuff, what people say to you, because sometimes I laugh. Sometimes I'm just sat there like, okay then, no thank you. So that's how I'm going to leave the video. I'm going to let you think about it. Can we change spirituality, or do we change spirituality? 1, yes we do, and it's been changed already. But 2, we can also change it back, or make it into a better belief system. Better believement. Better believement is what I want to say. So thank you for listening in. I hope that it was okay and you got to listen all of the video, because I know it's a long one. But thank you for listening anyway, and respecting my videos. And please like, comment, share, subscribe if you know. Would love new subscribers, because in the future things will change on this page. It's just now I'm just sharing because I have a lot to share, and I want to share it in the space. So see you soon. Bye.